Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of Biz Talks with Fred. I'm Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija International. My privilege to be able to take a few minutes with you this evening and share some information with you about our company, about our products, and what's happening with us as we start to enter the new year 2018. I'm going to have a friend join me here in a couple of minutes. To kind of illustrate what it is that we're all about. McDonald is a veteran of the network marketing industry. He and his wife have created, a lifestyle through the income that they've generated over a number of years in this profession, and to give you an idea of what it takes to become successful. And so, first, I want to extend a very warm welcome to all of you that are invited guests. Perhaps a friend or a family member has been sharing with you a little bit about our Zija products, or maybe you've been talking with them about the income opportunity that's available. And so that's really what the next several minutes is for you. Information is for you. And I have to tell you, I've had the good fortune now to be in and around this type of profession, this type of business, people-to-people marketing of products and services for over 30 years. I used to be a cross-country truck driver and left that profession to be able to provide a better lifestyle and financial security for myself and my son, my young family, as we were growing. And it has literally created opportunities that I never, ever, ever would have experienced as a cross-country truck driver. And today, in 2017, this time frame, more so than any other time that I've experienced in the last 30 years, more people are more genuinely open to hearing about ways to create time freedom, financial security, to have more fun in their life than ever before. And so many people look at the profession of network marketing because of all the benefits. Low cost of entry, ability to start from home on a part-time basis, to have support and training to help you build a business, and something that can truly create real time freedom, leverage, and financial security. And so what we want to do this evening is share with you some of the key ingredients that one would look for if you knew about this type of business, and if you were familiar with the key characteristics of a successful company. First and foremost, look at the experience and track record of the people that run the company. The reason I came out of retirement after being many years in retirement, I was fortunate enough to be part of a company that I got in before the masses back in the 80s and 90s, grew at that company. Literally in 10 years, I retired. 20 years before anybody else, most guys would ever think about being able to retire. And when I heard about this company, Zija International, it was the exact thing that somebody like myself, a professional in the industry, would be looking for. The owner of Zija International is a gentleman by the name of Ken Brailsford. Now, you may not recognize his name, but Ken is an icon in both the direct marketing industry as well as the nutritional supplementation industry. Ken Brailsford is known as the father of encapsulation. He's the first person to put medicinal herbs into gel caps to make it easier for the average person to be able to consume the benefits of those medicinal herbs. Ken started his first company in the early 70s, Nature Sunshine. It's been in business over 40 years and has done billions of dollars in sales and continues to grow to this day. Ken went on in the 80s to found his second company. Some of you will recognize it, Zija International. It continues today, over 30 years in business under the name of Unicity, another one of the multi-billion-dollar revenue companies within the network marketing industry. Nobody has ever produced two of the long-term legacy companies in this industry but Ken Brailsford. Probably equally significant because of the people that Ken worked with in the early days. Several of the people that worked for Ken have gone on to develop other long-term companies, For Life Research, Sunrider Products, Zango, just Tahitian Noni. There's several companies that Ken was essentially the starter of those companies by the tutelage he provided for those owners. When you look for the number one thing that I look for, experience and success track record in this industry, nobody, hands down, can match what Ken Brailsford brings to the table. Ken launched Zija International just over 10 years ago because of our product. We are the Moringa company, and you'll want to research a little bit on Moringa. He came out of retirement to bring this product to market because of a documentary he saw on the Discovery Channel talking about Moringa oleifera, nature's miracle tree. National Institutes of Health in 2008 reported it is the most nutrient-rich botanical they have ever studied. Over 5,000 botanicals have been studied by that organization. Moringa oleifera is number one. Since the origin of the company, we have expanded our product offerings over this last decade to include all natural supplementation products, healthy weight management. We've expanded into sports nutrition. The only company first to market that brings a complete line of sports nutrition products to the marketplace without the chemicals, artificial colorants, sweeteners, soy-based proteins, all the garbage that's out there in that segment of nutritional supplementation. We've expanded into essential oils. Now, this is very exciting because essential oils have been in the marketplace for many, many, many years. There's two companies that dominate that market space. Over $1 billion a year in sales in those two companies. And we're the only company, hands down, that brings to the market space clinical grade essential oils, the type of quality and purity used in scientific studies. Nobody else does that. We've entered into consumer products, the normal things that people use every day, household products, toothpaste, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, skincare, a complete line of products with everything that people want and none of the stuff they don't want, none of the chemicals and the ingredients that we know are poisoning our families. Today, unlike when I first joined the company, Zija International has a line of health and wellness products. Our company mantra is the natural health revolution, to allow people to live the life they want at an economical price and to have the products that everybody's looking for, but they don't know where to get them. They can only be available through independent distributors of Zija's products. Finally, timing. Zija International today, as we are poised to enter into the 2018, today we have a 100% vertically integrated company. What I mean by that is Zija International owns everything. We own the plantation our moringa materials or products are grown in. We own the manufacturing facility that creates our products. We're the only company in the nutritional supplementation market space that manufactures our products to pharmaceutical grade quality. We have literally hundreds of thousands of square feet of office space, manufacturing facilities, plantations, distribution facilities. We're open in many countries where we can distribute in Asia, Europe, South America, North America, Australia. Today, as we stand, we could produce over $1 billion, almost $2 billion in annual sales of our products today. Yet our actual company size is a very small percentage of that. And when you have that potential already in place, then you see the next step is the development of the distribution organization. And this is what I want you to think about. If you could be part of a legacy company in the making, a Ken Brailsford company, man who's already demonstrated his capacity to create multi-decade long companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, if you could be part of his new company in the beginning, if you could skip the ramp-up time and be part of the company when it's already, fully developed to be able to have the infrastructure in place, the products in place. But if you could get in before the masses, what could that timing mean for you and your family and your future. And what I want to do right now is I've invited a friend of mine to become a good friend of mine. The gentleman's name is McDonald. Mac, give you a little heads up here. I'm going to bring you over to my side of the webinar. McDonald, his wife Pat Terry. I've gotten to know them over the last couple of years very well. Hey, Mac, how are you? Oh, let me unmute you here. There you go. Looking good. You got your Zija green on there.
Yeah, but I also got my Seahawks stuff on, so I got to the Seahawks too. You know,
yeah,
we're up here in Washington.
All right, very good. Yeah. I'm from Southern California, so we're just going to leave it at that. All right.
Okay.
I was just starting to say I've gotten to know Mac and his wife Terry. These folks, not only are they incredibly nice, genuine people, they have established a track record within this profession of network marketing. I call them veterans. They've gone through the process of learning how to do this, what to look for in a company. They've created the income that has now generated the lifestyle. And Mac, I'm glad you took a few minutes to come in and join me today. What we're doing right now is we're introducing people who are now just really kind of getting their first look at Zija, and I wanted to share with them a little bit about your story. Maybe we can start out with, before network marketing. What were you doing before you were introduced to this profession?
Well, Fred, with your introduction, I'm ready to sign up. Just what you told me there, I'm ready to sign up all over again. But gladly, I don't have to do that. What was I doing before we found network marketing, before we found Zija? I was a colonel in the Air Force, and my wife, I met her in the country of Oman. First love, a soulmate, and we've been together now for 30 years. I had to marry a nurse because I have issues. I hurt myself a lot of sports things and things like that. So I have this nursing background to help me out. But, 30 years, 26 days, and 5 hours in the Air Force, and they said, go out and get a real life. And so, we're faced with going out there and starting all over again. But we did, I did the normal thing: go to school, get good grades, get a career, and then retire. Make your investments while you're doing that. I got my bachelor's degree, I got my master's degree, and I did all those things. So I was on the right track according to what we were told: go to school, get good grades, and graduate, get a good job, and then retire. The problem is that when you invest, sometimes those investments go belly up. Well, we invested everything in real estate. We had millions of dollars worth of property in Hawaii. And then they hit a market crash over there, and the whole market just fell out. And we lost everything we had. So our entire retirement was gone. When we came out of the military, there was so much stress in our lives that Pat's health took a nosedive. And, they even said that she probably wouldn't live through the year. So being a nurse and her dad was a doctor, we, meaning me, I had to find something because the medical system wasn't working. So we started looking around. I found natural ways to get her back on track, and we pursued that. And by finding that natural way, we fell into a company that had natural products. And all of a sudden, we were in network marketing. So we had to evaluate what we wanted to do. First of all, we were dead broke. Coming out of the military, 30 years, dead broke, starting over again. I didn't have another 30 years to put in. So we had to find something that we could regenerate all that within 2 to 5 years. And that's what we were looking for. What we were really looking for was freedom. So, Pat says, if you're going to do something, go out and get your job if that's what you want to do, but create a matrix. Put down everything that you want to have in life on one axis, and then start to evaluate all the businesses. So I did that. I put all the businesses that were offering me jobs at the top, and then on the left I put everything that we were looking for, like no limitations, total freedom, flexibility, no boss, no inventory, and all that kind of things down that left side. And as I went through that matrix process, there's only one thing that satisfied that: network marketing.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely. So we fell into network marketing. Now, we didn't have money to invest, and we didn't have the experience to be an entrepreneur in ourselves. So we found that company, sort of entrepreneurism, where we got that big company that does everything, and all we have to do is go out and share it. And we did very well with that company. We stayed with them for 20 years. We looked for a company that we thought was a legacy company, that believed in profit or people before profit and service before self. But over time, that company changed. They sort of fell out of integrity with us, and we just felt that we had to leave because we could no longer promote that. So we started to look around, and with Reed Nelson and Dennis Estes, we went out there and checked out 100 companies, evaluated all of them. We weren't going to look for a company that had less than 10 years of market experience, and Zija fit that. So we weren't going to go with anything less because those companies come and go very quickly. Zija stood the test of time. We didn't realize what the product was, but we flew down to the company to check them out. And Pat was so inflamed. She was taking about $600 worth of high-grade nutrition just to get her fibromyalgia, her body back in balance. And it wasn't working anymore. So we flew down to Zija. It was very tough getting her on an airplane. But when we got down there, we met Dr. Plant. I looked at what Zija has, and he just gave her one little product, one of the Ameos, and said, "You look like you hurt. Where do you hurt?" And she said, "The question is, where don't I hurt?" And so he put a little bit of that muscle rub on her, and she rubbed it on the back of her neck, and within almost seconds to minutes, all the pain went away. So she got very excited, and she says, "This is what we've been looking for, is a company that has products that really work very quickly, and it's simple." And then when we learned about Moringa, and you just have one drink, and you get all the 90 vitamins and minerals, amino acids, and everything you need in one drink, she said, now that's going to be simple to share with people. Yep. They can comply with that, and we need to get involved with this company. Then we had the luxury of having Ken Brailsford walk into the room. And when we met Ken Brailsford, it was all over right then. You know, that guy is amazing. And to find a company that controls everything from seed planting to distribution, that's what a successful company is all about. If a company has to outmarket or outsource, they're in trouble. Ken Brailsford understands this business, and he is building a legacy company, and what he has put together is just totally amazing with the staff they have. So we got involved, and we started sharing it. And that's all you do in this business, is share it from one person and help them share it with another person. Too many people try to go out and sell this. This is something you don't sell. You share your stories, you share experiences, you ask people what it is that they would like to have if they were going to be their healthiest self, or what they need to have for finances in the future. And people don't really know the answers to that. And if we can just give them some options, and that's what we learned in the military and Pat in the nursing, all we were problem solvers. I was a colonel in the Air Force. I solved a lot of problems. Pat was a nurse. She solved problems. And that's all we're doing today. We're asking people what their problems are, and then we're looking at it and saying, well, here's some options. Why don't you look at these options and pick the one that fits? If none of them fit, well, that's fine. Just go about your life. It's probably going to get worse than you have today. But if you follow some of these options, it's going to get a lot better. Financially, it will get better. I mean, through network marketing, you know, we've been able to have cars. We were able to pay off our home, get to a debt-free position again after that collapse that we had in the real estate industry, and we're on track. And we want other people to be on track. So that's what we're sharing here, is the ability to get back on track with your health and wealth, both of them together. Because, you know, when we first started, people were sharing products with us when we needed money. And when you share products and people need money, well, they can't buy. If they would have only listened, because Pat says Mac needs something to do in the future, and he needs some freedom and flexibility. If they would have shared a business opportunity, we would have learned, we would have looked at a lot quicker and gotten involved in a business opportunity if it were profitable. And that's what I love about Zija, because it's people before profits, service before self. And Zig Ziglar always says, you know, if you help enough people get what they want, you won't have to worry about what you want. It'll be taken care of. And that's what network marketing is truly all about.
Well, Mac, I got to tell you, buddy, I'm ready to sign up with you too. Okay?
Good. We're looking for a few good people. That's all we need, a few.
You know, and you've really kind of hit on so many of the important aspects about what this is all about. The ability to start with, you know, minimal capital. You don't need to know what to do. There's experienced people that are here to support you. You know, I mean, that's kind of what me and you do right now, is work with new people, help them identify their goals, and then show them the path to get there. And I'm sure you'd agree with this because of what you've just said. Hardest part of what we do is finding the right company at the right time. That's the hardest part.
Absolutely. And this certainly is the right company. It is not. This company is not the normal network marketing company. This is the real deal. It is totally different. It is simple, and it's just sharing some products that really do work, but sharing the business side of it, because you can make a very significant income with network marketing if you just look at it. You know, when we got started, we had no idea what we were going to do. We had no help, and we were looking for a way to be successful. So we went into it with the idea that, you know, I always said failure is not an option, and Pat says that's negative. She says you really need to say success is the only option. So do what it takes to make it successful, because this industry is here, it's here to stay, and we love it.
You know, I love your wife in a truly, platonic manner, buddy. You know, she is so right on. She has got this deal down, and I just so much appreciate everything the two of you have brought to Zija International, to our business, because Zija's the real deal, and so are you guys. Thank you
very much, Fred.
Spending some time with us this evening.
Okay. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year to you, buddy. I'll let you get back to the other side here. Hang on a second. And let's see here. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, did I do this? Oh, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last several minutes, you've had an opportunity to hear about the 3 essential ingredients to success in our profession. Look for the experience and successful track record of the owners of the company, because they're the people that put all of the business infrastructure together. Look for products that meet a recognized need, products that really work, the kind of thing you can build a long-term consumer base on, but do it once. You get a customer today and have that customer use our products over and over, month after month, year after year. That creates a residual income. And then if you're fortunate enough to find that company and then find them at a point in time where they've gone through the growing pains, they've created the foundation of infrastructure and ready to go into the exponential growth, then that's the hat trick. That's a network marketing, perfecta, right? Trifecta. And this will give you an idea of the timing. We've put the numbers to paper. We're looking at over the next 12 to 18 months, we could potentially make more sales with Zija International than we've done in the last 10 years combined over the next 12 to 18 months. That's the sign of timing. And, Mac McDonald, we had Pat Terry, his wife, join us a few weeks back to share their story from her perspective. Now you heard from Mac's perspective. These are veterans of the industry that knew what to look for, and when they made their decision, 100 companies they interviewed, but they chose this company. So 2 things in closing. Number 1, for those of you that are invited guests, get back with the person that asked you to be part of this broadcast tonight, or if you're looking at the at the recorded replay, the person that sent you the link, get the answers to your questions. Or they may not be able to answer your questions right now, but there are people that are part of what could be your upline support team that'll be able to answer those questions. The number 2, if you're ready to make a change in your life, whether it be a change in your health or your financial situation, join us on Saturday morning. We're going to have a special end of the year new distributor training on exactly step-by-step what you want to do to prepare for this upcoming year to make 2018 the most prosperous and successful year you and your family have ever had. Saturday morning, that's 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. The person asked you to be part of this presentation. They'll get you the information to be there. Join us on Saturday morning. One last shout out to Mac McDonald. Thank you so much, Mac. Brother, you are a blessing to all of us at Zija International, all of our distributors. Thank you for joining us, folks. We'll close it down for now. See you Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Pacific. Looking forward to seeing you then. And let's sign off. Take care, folks.